Hi Tiffany, my name is Janet, aka Crown D on the No Doubt form. This is my video response for your One No Doubt Paramore tickets to the 2009 June 2nd Tampa show. I currently live in St. Petersburg, Florida, and I'm formerly from Albany, New York. I just want to thank you for offering these tickets to anyone who makes a video to give you, for them to give you a reason why they deserve to win, and this is my video. So I hope you enjoy it. Let me give you a little background on my little No Doubt history, fanism history. I became a fan in 1996. I was in 5th grade, I believe. My sister, my best friend Tessa, and I used to listen to the Casey Kasem Top 40 Countdown every Sunday, and we got hooked on Don't Speak, and we're like, this song is just so cool. It was kind of a sad song, but we just really loved the vocals, and we just loved the guitar solo in the middle. It was one of our favorite songs. Well, after a while, we'd get up early to listen to it because it'd always be up in the higher numbers. And then as it got closer, the song got closer to being number one, we wouldn't have to get up. We were like, oh, it's in the top 10 now. It's in the top 5 now. Well, my favorite part about it was when the song was number one, once he cracked the top 10 on his countdown, he would give you like a little hint, like, well, this week's number one is a band from Anaheim, California, and we would be like, oh, that's No Doubt. We were really excited that the song that we liked was number one. Well, the whole time that Don't Speak was number one, it kind of became our friendship song. But sadly enough, the song is about breaking up, and at the same time we were moving apart, so our friendship was like breaking up. So it was really sad. So I always told myself that I would keep Don't Speak forever, and it would be my favorite song no matter what. And to this day, it is still probably my favorite No Doubt song. It's my favorite live. It's my favorite on video. It's my favorite everything. It's just a really, really good song. While I was in 5th grade, I remember when I moved to my new school, that our school had computers, and when you were waiting for your bus, you were allowed to use them, and some of the kids would bring in their CDs and listen to a couple songs and stuff, and I'm like, man, I really got to get whatever CD it is that has that Don't Speak song on it. So, I had another friend of mine in school who happened to like No Doubt too, and she was like, oh, the album is called Tragic Kingdom, and it has like oranges on it, and the girl in the band has a red dress on it, and you should get it. So I went to Walmart with my mom and dad, and I'm like, it was like almost closing at Walmart, so I was like, I gotta get this CD, I gotta get it. And my mom was like, it's $15, I'm not paying $15 for a CD, you should get the cassette. And I'm like, I don't want the cassette. I can't put the cassette in the computer at school, so I cried. I cried over a CD. But I did get it, eventually after me whining and complaining, I got my No Doubt CD. And I brought it to school, and I listened to Just a Girl and Happy Now, and 16 was definitely my favorite after that. So that's my No Doubt beginnings, and I've just been a fan ever since. I remember in junior high and most of high school, I always had a picture of No Doubt in my locker. It was actually from a magazine, and it was from the Return of Saturn, where Gwen had pink hair and a white asymmetrical tank top, and my locker buddy was like, why do you have this in here? No Doubt, who's No Doubt? Like, she didn't know who they were, and I'm like, what? You don't know who they are? And after then, I turned everybody on to No Doubt. Now, I'm going to cosmetology school at Aveda in St. Petersburg, and it's to a point where when, like, anyone at school sees No Doubt outside of school, they just think of me. I have that little, like, Janet No Doubt connection, and I really like that. I have met Gwen 2 times. I met her in New York City at Saturday Night Live, December 9th, 2006. 3 of my best friends and I, we slept outside on the sidewalk for like 13 hours in the freezing cold to get standby tickets for the dress rehearsal show. You had the option of picking dress rehearsal or like the live tape, and we were like, no, let's go to the dress rehearsal because you get to see a little bit more like stuff, like skits and stuff, than you get to see with the live one because they cut stuff out. And we were sitting like up on the balcony, and it's really cool. If anybody's ever been there, you can like totally, what I'm talking about. But there's like floor, and then there's a balcony. We were up on the balcony, and Gwen came out from like under us, out of like a little tunnel, and she did wind it up, and she saw us, and we were dancing, and we had all of our lamb gear on, and she recognized us, being fans, and we had some presents to give her. Well, while she was walking back after she had performed it, my friend and I stood up and we're pointing to our bags. We're like, Gwen, these are for you. We got your presents. And she stopped. We stopped Saturday Night Live for like 5 minutes. And I got up and walked around, and I'm hanging over this balcony with this big giant bag of presents for her. I'm like, Gwen, these are for you. We got you this, this, and I'm like naming off everything that was in the bag, like a total dork. And she's like, thank you so much. And I'm like, you're awesome, Gwen. You're totally cool. And she's like, no, you're awesome. So I was like, oh, Gwen said I'm awesome. So that made me feel really cool. I remember going back to Grand Central Station and getting on the train to go home, and I was just like, Gwen, talk to me. That's so like so cheesy, but it was so cool. The second time I met her was Unscoville, Connecticut. I met her. I had backstage passes and meet and greets. My friends had gotten them, and she's totally cool. She's just like an Orange County girl. She's totally normal. And at one point, she told the lady next to the person next to me had knitted a little black and white striped knit hat for Kingston. And Gwen started telling this little story how her and Gavin were staying at a hotel in New York, and she was jogging with Kingston with a stroller, and I guess he was at that age where he just would pull his hats off and didn't want anything on his head, and he was wearing the Rasta hat that said Kingston on it that Gavin and her had gotten for Kingston before he was born. They picked it out, and they basically were like, hey, we have a kid, Kingston's his name, here's a hat for him, and he had thrown it, and she didn't realize it was gone until she had gotten back to the hotel, and she was like freaked out, was like, I gotta find this hat, and went and found it. But for that like 5 minutes she told that story, she really was like a real person. She wasn't the Gwen Stefani, the girl over my walls, or Gwen Stefani, this awesome lead singer of this awesome band. She was just like, she was me. She was like a normal person. She was really nice, and she thanked us for more other gifts we'd gotten her. I don't know. I hope this tour they get to do something cool to have fans get to meet them, kind of like she did in the Sweet Escape tour. Though I did not eBay to get those tickets. Make a point of saying that. What else can I tell you? I live with my boyfriend, so I don't have any posters or anything. I do have a lot of merch, but I don't think merch makes a fan. Obviously when I started, I didn't even have a CD, and now I have tons of stuff, so it all accumulates over the years. But I didn't make this band popular by myself. It took, all of the other fans, all of you fans in there to, buy the CDs and also buy merch and go to the tours and do stuff. It made this band awesome. So I don't need any of that flashy stuff to show you, prove that I'm a fan. I'm a fan because I bought the CDs and I've been on the tours and I've known them deep in my heart that I love them. One of the other things I have that I think it's a little extra perk is I have 3 No Doubt tattoos. And why I feel that makes me, I don't want to say it makes me a bigger fan because it really doesn't, but I feel it makes me more diehard, I could say, is because once you get someone's name, whether, aside from No Doubt, if you get like a boyfriend's name or a child's name or somebody tattooed on you, that's with you for life. That's something that's like you are really attached to, that you really want to have. So, my dad's 46 and he has a kid's tattoo, so I know he's a big fan. He's liked them since like 1977 or something like that. If you want, I can show you my 3 No Doubt tattoos. Here's my first one. I've got it positioned on my ankle, and it's a little No Doubt checkered Old English. That was my first one I got. That one was done by Carolyn Kawa in the Stanley Cane in Massachusetts. It was based off my